Make it a better place, a better place.
Be able to work together to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood.
Let's arise and build, arise and build, arise and build Akwa Ibom to the next level.
The world of today is different from yesterday.
I'm running my own company. I use Nigeria.
Industrialization is a vertical process. We want you to invest in the company.
There are very little things you can do and achieve so much. So just mentor them.
To build this nation, it's by thinking differently. It's by reasoning together. It's by working together as one.
So there's you must innovate or die.
Come to our pride from state. Tell each other the truth.
I am ready to be part.
Let's arise and reason together. To build a new and better Akwa Ibom, and greater Nigeria and Africa and land. That's what podium of leadership is all about. Let's arise and build, arise and build, a better place, arise and build Akwa Ibom to the next level. A better place.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome your host to the podium of leadership, Dr. Victor Udo.
All right. It's good to see you guys today. Good to see you. So you might be seated. Once again, welcome to the podium of leadership. We've been talking in the last few days, the last few programs about how to take this great state of ours to the next level. We've been talking about how we as individuals are going to contribute toward the development of the state. Because this thing is not about government. It's not about somebody somewhere. It's not about a missionary. You know, there was a time it was missionary that brought schools to us. This is no more time that we are depending on missionaries to bring schools to us. It's no more time we are depending for people from Abuja or Lagos to bring development to us. It's time that your governor have told you, arise. Arise, let the change begin in you. Arise, let us build this state together. Arise to your greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a great person. There is no other person that can talk about Akwa Ibom than the international president of MPKARAWA IBIBIO. We have in the house Akparawa Monday, Togopan, JP, FCIS. Let's give it up for him.
Thank you.
Akparawa is the former chairman of Nsiribom local government, Akwa Ibom state, Nsiribom. So he knows what this state is all about. And by the grace of God, the good people of MPKARAWA decided that he should be the next president. He will tell you anything you want to know about IBIBIO, about Akwa Ibom, about Nigeria. And also, he is not only someone who talks. He's someone that has been there. He's the former MD, Moje and Sons Limited. And currently, he has humbled himself and joined the present government, because government is not just for other people. It's for all of us. And so a great leader of MPKARAWA IBIBIO humbled himself to help the tourism development of this state as the senior special assistant to His Excellency on tourism development. Let's give up to Akparawa.
Thank you.
Akparawa, I'm not going to take your time. Welcome to the podium of leadership.
Thank you.
This is your people. How do you think we can use tourism to develop the state? Where do you want us to take Akwa Ibom to? 4 years, 30 years, 20 years from now. What kind of Akwa Ibom are we bequeathing to our own children? Tell your people whatever you want to. We are on the radio, we are on the television. Whatever you want to tell them is for you.
Thank you, the producer of this podium of leadership. I have been following this program for some times now, and it has been quite interesting. I've been discussing with a lot of young people in our society. Even some of them that comes to my office for one thing or the other, I do psych them up on what Akwa Ibom state of our time should be. I thank God that a state like Akwa Ibom was created some 30 years ago, and is almost the same age with MPKARAWA IBIBIO that was also founded on 1st of August 1987. I've heard you guys discuss about equal youth. You can see what province had for our forebearers. And you can also think, how do they come up with the idea of using raffia to put together and then use that to climb a very tall palm tree and other trees? People says necessity is the mother of invention. That was a great invention of that time. Somebody sat down, think, look at the raffia palm and look at the product from the raffia. What can I use this for? And today, not only in the Akwa Ibom State and other places in the world, they use that raffia, that rope, to do a lot of things. At times I do think, what will the other generation after us remember us for? We have not invented anything. At times I reason, are we very lazy? Are we not the same products from our forebears? Even the clothes we are wearing today, most of it is imported. But I know before the advent of the missionaries into this part of the world, our people used to wear clothes. And those clothes was not produced overseas. It was produced locally here in Nigeria. And for Akwa Ibom State, we have a lot of potentials that we will have to, if we reason well, this place should be a destination for everybody in this world. We talk about tourism. We have more than enough sites to attract people here. But nobody wants to stay in the rural area to make any development. Every young man wants to come to you. Everybody wants a white-collar job. Everybody wants to join politics, to be one PA to PA to PA to PA, without creating time to sit down and look at his or our environment and then capitalize on those pure natural resources endowed us with by God. If you go to IBIBIO, that sand beach is more than enough for someone to start a business within that environment. And people will be coming from Calabar, from Lagos, from Abuja, to go and take a bottle of wine, a bottle of beer there. After they will look at the water, the waves, and other things. Even in their very community, if I heard something about, say, Koromama, who was in the past 8 years, even within the say Koromama, they have sites, they have monuments, they have locations that you can go in there and explore, and people will be happy to come in and enjoy the natural ambience of that locality. Is it in Uyo? Is it in Okwiboku? We have more. So I want to advise the youth today. Why you come out of school as a graduate and you have nothing doing, think of one thing that can better your lot. The money you have is your own. The one you expect from somebody will not come the time you have need for the money. Am I saying something?
Yeah.
But if it is your own, no matter how small it is, you can use it to solve your problem the moment it arises. But the one you expect for me to give to you, I will give, but not at the time you are in need. So I thank God for our present governor who came up with that philosophy, Dakada. We have two hands, we have two legs, we have two eyes, we have our ears, our 2 ears, we have our head over our neck. You can think of something that some other person did in the past and try to put a different touch to it, and it becomes selling, and we become a millionaire. Sometime 3 years ago, I came in contact with some foreigners that are looking for the shells of palm kernel to use that to produce cooking gas in Poland. Do you know the problem? We don't have that in enough quantity to export. And yet, people are looking for jobs. If a common thing like the shell of palm kernels, the outer shell, can give you money, then what are you waiting for? Why do you go around hanging up in somebody's office for 7 hours or 6 hours just to tell somebody, oh, guy, they're here? They're here doing what? When you have been in their house, when you have been in their workshop, when you have been in their village, going around to gather this, by the time you have a better quantity of it, it is money. But that's what we are burning day in, day out. Even up till now, they're still looking for the pancreas shell, but they want it in a very large quantity. Therefore, it needs people to go around and gather those things. By the time it is up to a shipload, the buyers are there. The market is there for it. But nobody is willing to do that, because someone may think, I'll be ashamed if my colleague, if my mate start going after pancreas shells. Because they're going to box up, you know. I don't walk up. So in the 21st century, the requirement of our dream and that of the dream of the governor is the one that will be very financially independent. That will not go to fold their hand before anybody, before any foreigner. Thank God, MBOHO some years ago came up with a crusade that no Akwa child should be a housemaid, house girl, or a houseboy anywhere. We piloted that crusade, and a lot of other NGOs joined us. And today, I thank God, during the urban fit authors regime, we addressed him, and he supported us. We went to Lagos, and we launched that crusade, and it's working today. If you go to somebody's gate here in Akwa State today, you also find Jakubu opening the gate. You will find Shoma in the kitchen. You will find Ibrahim washing somebody's car here. It's no more Okban, it's no more Ikaite, it's no more Don't wait for a white-collar job. They talk about collar experience. At times, they do also ask, where do you want the person to have the experience? But I think if I heard you discuss, the producer of this program has made a good contribution. You can have those experiences by volunteering yourself. Right now, I know some Akwa young people in Lagos that have joined one volunteer organization, one NGO from the United Kingdom. That will be an experience after they complete the 3 months volunteer service they are doing in Lagos. Right now, some of them left this airport yesterday. I even dropped some of them. I encourage them, from what they are going to learn there, after 3 months, even though they are not going to be paid, they will better off for themselves. The first set that graduated after their youth service are being posted to other states of the Federation, some to Kenya now. After that, they will be paid. They will be making the money. So I want to charge our young men and women. Don't think of what the state is going to do for you today. Think of what you are going to contribute to the advancement of this Akwa Ibom state. Come and tell me, you have discovered this. You have discovered this site. I will help you to carry your message to where it's supposed to reach. And you become an MD, become a proprietor of that site. Because by the time we do what we will do for to assist you, any group that come into that site will pay you. I went to Paris. What do they have? Just like your connection. See that big tower. That's what people go to see.
That's true. Eiffel Tower.
That's what people go to see. They pay money. There's some people bring horses there. You climb horses and pay money. They will tie a horse to a keke. And that horse will take people from inside keke, go around. You pay money. And by the time you drop, about 5-10 minutes, you pay. And someone will go home and make a living with it. We have a place like the Unity Park in Roma. You young men should think of what can I do out of this place? No, the government will not stop you. If you come out with a good proposal, we have our keys here. We have our keys here. They are prepared to carry to the next level. Rather than going cap in hand. It was not in our character. It was not in our own custom. As an IBIBIO man I am. You know, a person is a very proud person. What makes you proud? The way when they break, you can have your first meal. You have your meal in the afternoon. And practice you have it in the evening. When you have 3 square meals on your table, you're a great man. And nobody will rubbish you anyway. Because you can say to somebody, to hell with you. Me manandi ko bisi tum ge kan gina mebo. Ke wi bio say ese ka bi mbion. Asa no sonwo dia. You know why? Because of that food. You want to rubbish me? To hell with that food. And a Bible son or daughter should not give herself to be used on a negative issues because of hunger. No. We have an expanse of land in this place. You can use your hand to cultivate. Everything like ginger. I don't even know ginger thrive in this state very well. By the time you have 50 stands of ginger now, by the end of this year, you can imagine how much money you'll be making. But that's the same ginger that we are going to import from the north. This soil here, ginger thrives so much, but no, some people also know. Even if you plant it in a basin, you see the yields you make in that one stand. I advised one young man last year, and some 2 weeks ago, he came to my house with a big bag load of ginger and tell me, sir, thank you. He's living in somebody's house, one room at Noku. He does that in a flower bed, in somebody's compound. And he told me I sold that ginger for this year for over 200,000 naira. Ginger. It doesn't need manure. It doesn't need anything. Just put it on the ground. Leave it there. Before you know it, you're a millionaire. So I'm praying God to see a Bible where all of us will be independent. And of course, you don't have a financial foundation. You can never be independent. The money that you have in your pocket is your own. You want to expect from me, it is 50-50. I may give you, and I may not give you.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about PRESIDENT Monday to go and JP FCIL, the international president of MPKARAWA IBIBIO, the former chairman of INT'L local government. The money that is your own is your own. The one that you are expecting from someone may not even come. It's 50-50. And even that 50-50, it might not even come when you need it the most. What kind of a show is this? A youth show. The chairman talked about a young man he spoke with about ginger. And the person went and started planting ginger. He said 50 stand. You don't even need to start with 100 stand, just 50 stand. Who here wants to do ginger and doesn't have land or doesn't have the money to start? Chairman, can we sponsor 3 people here to start ginger? Does it have season?
Yes, but Aquarium said no.
Okay.
In all the seasons, it thrives here.
Okay, so 2 people from this side and 2 people from this side that we've never done anything for. 1 girl, 1 man, 1 girl, 1 woman, 1 man, 1 woman here that we've never done anything for. If you need a land, we'll try and find you a land in Uyo and try and put you in touch with this young man to know where ginger come from so you can plant. 2 people on this side, face come, face serve. Okay, you? Okay, 2 people, you and you. On this side, who have a land? You have land? Okay, 1, you, and the lady with the yellow cap. At the end of the program, give your name to the producer. We will get you in touch with this young man. And whatever it takes for you to start planting ginger, so you can make, how long does it take to cultivate? About 6 months?
6 months to 8 months.
So 8 months, you should be able to make 200,000 like this other man. Let's give it up to the international president. Ladies and gentlemen, you are on the podium of leadership, www.thepolwithvictorudo.com. And if you have any text question or comments you want to send to us, send it to 0902-300-7299. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, the international president of MPKARAWA IBIBIO, the senior special assistant to His Excellency on tourism development, is going to interact with the people in the audience. Whatever question you have, whether it's a cultural question about Akwa Ibom as a people, whether it is a question about tourism development in Akwa Ibom, whatever question you have, when we come back from the short break, the international president of MPKARAWA IBIBIO is right here with you. the Right Honorable Akparawa Monday Etogopan JP, FCIL. Let's give it up again for him.
The secret of making that house you dream home is in Reagan Home and Kitchen, a giant in importation, wholesale and retail of all kinds of foreign products, appliances and decor for your home, including fashion accessories. We stock amazing kitchen utensils of world-class standard. Let's thrill you with our state-of-the-art dining pieces, cutleries and lots more. That's not all. At Reagan Home and Kitchen, we guarantee impeccable service delivery. You can now landscape and beautify your field and surroundings with synthetic grass of your choice from Reagan Home and Kitchen. Visit us today at Oron Road by Odotumobo Junction, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. You can call us on 0802-338-3343, 0909-074-4621. Our email reganistic@yahoo.com. Reagan Home and Kitchen. Quality beyond imagination.
Tell me, how do we take Akwa Ibom to the next level? How do I build this nation?
Do you want to see beyond your vision? Do you want to hear what other people think about leadership? Do you need a reshaping of your mindset and mentorship? Then tune in to the Podium of Leadership, the POL with Victor Udo, showing on AKBC Channel 45 every Monday by 12:30 p.m. and on NTA Channel 12 Uyo every Thursday by 10 p.m. Tune to the POL on Atlantic FM every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. on Planet FM every Wednesday by 3 p.m. and on Inspiration FM every Saturday by 12:30 p.m. You can be a guest on this program. You can also advertise your products, goods and services, or sponsor the program by calling our office line 0902-300-7299. That is 0902-300-7299. Visit our website on www.thepolwithvictorudo.com. Like our page on facebook.com/The Podium of Leadership, or follow us on our Twitter handle at The Pol with Victor. The Podium of Leadership do show. Join us.
Welcome back to the Podium of Leadership. Today we've been interacting with the International President of MPKARAWA, IBIBIO, Akparawa Monday Etogopan, JP, Fellow, Chartered Institute of Leadership, former Chairman of Siribom Local Government, former MD of Moje and Sons Limited, and currently the Senior Special Assistant to His Excellency on Tourism Development. You know, the International President said something similar to what President Kennedy said. He said, don't ask what government can give you. What can you do for Akwa Ibom? So it's time has come for us, Akwa Ibom people, not to go to government house asking for handout, asking the commissioner, the senior special assistant, the special advisor, the chairman of the board, asking them for their money. The president said, it is the money that is in your pocket that you have. It's the money that you will use when you need it. Because the money that you are asking that other person, there's a chance, a 50-50 chance that he might not give it to you. And even when he give it to you, he might not give it to you when you need it most. But the one your hard-earned money, the one that the four of you are going to get by planting ginger, and in 8 months you get 200,000. That's the kind of money that you'll be able to invest in something else. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up again to our international president. We're going to take some questions. Let's start with this gentleman here.
I want to go on comments on the tourism aspect of it. Like a year before last, we wrote a proposal to government and they give us approval of doing a carnival, Raffia City Carnival and Exhibition. And we try to showcase our product, Raffia, as I'm using this belt, and this Raffia. We work on Raffia very well. So the problem we have that last year is when we want to do the carnival again, the government's put a stop from the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, which you cannot be able to do the carnival again. And they told us to pay money before giving us the approval to do the carnival in Igor again. So at that juncture, what should we do? What can we do to proceed with the carnival again? Because of people come to buy. When we are doing that carnival, people coming out to buy raffia pants, raffia shoe, a lot of things with raffia. So what can we do to get that raffia city carnival again in Igor? Thank you very much.
Can I take it, President?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. What you have not explained to me, you said you were given approval, and later on you were asked to stay action. Something must have ensued between. Something must have happened. Something must have caused
What happened is people believe that raffia is a masquerade, Epo. But raffia is not masquerade. So people of Ikore area want to do their carnival, and they pay money to put a stop on that the other carnival. They want to do their culture, Epo, something. So that is why they put a stop from the director of culture and tourism. He was not being able to give us that approval again.
Then in that aspect, it was not the government. It was their brother. It was their people. Just what we are saying. I would have been very surprised if you have said the government. Government will never give you approval and then cancel it halfway. So you have to go back to your drawing board and then look at those possible things that causes that cancellation. I don't think raffia is masquerade. I don't know how they arrive at that. By the time you have a well-packaged proposal, I need to know, all the government wants, at a glance, you should be able to convince the government what will be the benefit, first to you, the youth, and then the people, not for the government. And again, don't bring out a proposal that you want the government to be the first financier. It wouldn't work. That's why I said, think of what you do to Akwa Ibom, not what Akwa Ibom will do for you. Because by the time you expect the government to fund it 100%, you are asking the government to use this man tax money and this man and that man to fund their own project. You start something, by the time you see it, you see IFOT, you have gone 50, 60%, nobody will stop it. Because you also rise up to support you and then tell the Oga, this thing would better the lot of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 person. Just like what this thing we did here, the annual festival they came here to do. If you know the number of young men that benefited from that carnival that came here, that Aqua Fest that came here, all the states that came here to perform for that 1 week, and they saw that we're selling pure water, made money. The KK riders made money because the number of guests that came into this place will want to return from the stadium from MBOHO to their hotels. And the KK people will be riding from 6 a.m. to about 12:01 in the night. And so some of them that were very hardworking made a lot of money. The food vendors made so much money because people came in here to participate in that national festival. So if you have such a proposal and then you do it well, you package it well, and we see that people will be benefit from it. At least the food vendors. Okay. I'm not making mouth. Even MPKARAWA IBIBIO alone will rise up for you. Because that is the essence. That's the essence of MPKARAWA IBIBIO. To support those things that will bring benefits to the people of Akwa Ibom State, not only IBIBIO, Akwa Ibom State. That's why we don't discriminate. You can partner. We are a cultural organization. We can come to your aid. We can support you. We can put the energy you deserve to get it done.
Okay. So don't stop here. We want to see that happen. Next time you're on this program, we want to see you had a problem, you brought it to on this program, the international president was here, you were advised and you did it properly and you did it successfully and many products were sold. That's the kind of story we want to cover on the podium of leadership. What kind of show is this? Okay, shall we take a question from this side?
Thank you, sir, the international president. You've really given us a robust advice. Please, I just want to ask just one question. I would have made it two, but I will try to compound the one question the two questions in one.
Into A and B.
Yes.
But it's still two questions.
Yes. Sir, please, you've been a former chairman of Nsedibo local government. Please, just give us 3 ways we can succeed in politics. Then how can people like us possibly join MPKARAWA IBIBIO and possibly contest elections as per the scope of operation of MPKARAWA IBIBIO?
So you've not even joined board yet, and you want to go and contest election?
No, sir. We just want to know the process, because I know I'm speaking the minds of the audience. Am I right? So please, thank you very much.
Thank you. I didn't become the chairman in because I joined MPKARAWA IBIBIO. It was my people that made me the chairman. Okay. You want to join MPKARAWA IBIBIO? There are criteria, not too difficult. 1, what is your feasible means of livelihood? Do you have something you do? Because in MPKARAWA IBIBIO, we sacrifice our resources. That's why we don't just admit anybody. We must make sure you have something to do, because we will not want you to go and tarnish the image of our organization, which has been lasted for the past 29 years. You will not want to, because of hunger, you go and do what you're supposed not to do. Let me challenge you. During the kidnapping era in this state, armed robbery, you can prove me wrong. No member of MPKARAWA IBIBIO, young or old, that was ever paraded by the police as a kidnapper or as armed robber till today. You can verify that anywhere. Do you know why? Because we look into your character, and someone must have to give you a referee that knows you very well. We will not want somebody who will go out tomorrow and 419 doctor, and you will trace to know that he was a member. So you must first have something you are doing to feed yourself and your family. I have said here, politics is not the ultimate, but it is only in a time that everyone wants to be politician, everyone wants to contest, everyone wants to be councillor, and of course, in their ward, only one person will be a councillor. In the entire local government, only one person will be a chairman. In the entire state of Akwa Ibom, only one person will be the governor, because it's only one seat up there. When you see, you have ambition, and you see Victor seated here, has more potential that people would appreciate than you. You quietly do INT'L well and continue. You are good in some other thing. I am good in some other thing. What this program teaches us that look at what you have inside you and use that to be what you want to be. You see a lot of people in local government failing because that was not their calling. But they could have ventured to some other thing and excel and make name like Bill Gates. I went into the local government, by the grace of God, my performance earned me the title Obon Kaiso in the entire state nation. But some of my colleagues that was in the tenor, they cannot even come out to the road again.
That's true.
You know why? Maybe they had Godfather. That was not their calling. They ventured into it and nothing. It is not you, it's nothing. You will never make any good thing out of it. And by the time you leave office, you return to zero. But for those ones that God has ordained to lead their local government or the state, after 20 years, I left the council some almost 14 years ago. But I've seen my colleagues and I will be weeping. So please, don't attempt to go into politics because I have gone into politics, or you have seen somebody making it in the political arena. That is not advisable. Thank you. Don't copyright. When I talk to young men like you, I talk to young people like you, I've been saying this thing. And that's one thing that is killing business in the Akwa Ibom state. Because everybody, because I've succeeded in selling drinks out there, every little capital, everyone wants to sell drink. You don't even ask, when you don't even understand how I managed to succeed. You see drinking parlor everywhere. For 1 week, nobody will sell anything. Fast food has come. Everywhere is fast food. And you can imagine how many has been closed down. The past 1 year are not open. Why? Because they went into that business, maybe because Mr. Big came, Crunchies came. You have to do a study of the kind of business you are going into. How did that person succeed? And of course, I overheard you guys discuss. A lot of people doesn't take time to do a background check before you go into business. Maybe you have been very good if you opened a sewing house business. But you know what we want to be called a tailor. But somebody will do that and feed his family, buy cars, build houses. What do you want? What do you need? Just to make ends meet. Send their children to school. It's not so. Marry the wife. Your wife will come to assist you. Don't look at this man because he has succeeded. Look at Dangote. You know his history. That was what God kept for him. Ask God, what was my own? What is my area that would prompt me to the next level? By the time you discover that, spiritually and physically, boy, you are there. So you want to join MBOHO, when you come to the secretariat, we'll give you other criteria.
Mr. President, do we have a youth wing or it's one class?
It's one class. Youth wing, because the students belong there. We don't admit students. But when you graduate and have something doing, you are free, man or woman, to join MPKARAWA. Because when you join, as you are going to Austria, we will ask you to pay your ticket. MBOHO will not pay your ticket. We are going to build a secretariat in Lagos. We'll be in Lagos by end of March. We have a land in Uyolegba. We want to build IBIBIO center. We will ask you to, we will levy you. So if you don't have something to do, you will not be able to pay the contribution they levy. And you will be asked to step aside. And that will not good enough for your person. So please, have patience. Establish yourself. Because when you come, we are not in charity school at the Duran. At times, what we charge is very little. We'll ask you, look at you, Mr. Victor, we cannot pay the school fees, or we cannot pay the salary. Please give us 200,000. And he will give. Because of the love of the common people. But that school was established for the less privileged. The child will have a brain, but the parents cannot send him or her to school. You see them on the street. That's why we try to discourage these small children hawking on the street. If we find you, we'll get hold of you, look for your parents, take you to the school. Thank you. Let me take another question. Yes, sir.
Let's take a lady from this side. Yes, the lady with the yellow cap.
Thank you, sir. Please, I want to ask about the canal shell we were talking about. I'm interested in it.
Excellent.
You know, sometime somebody came in, he said they're looking for melon to import outside. I did it and I got some good money, you know. So I'm interested in the canal stuff.
Thank you. Well, you don't need to consult Oracle. I overheard you guys discuss on ICT. This is an ICT era. Get into the net. Calculate. You have so many opportunities. So many. If those things that are not important, that's not relevant for us here, those things we throw by the roadside can be money. You know, there's a lot of money in the West. You know that? West means money, but we don't know. That's why you see all these scavengers. You know the much money they make for condemned things, the things you throw by the roadside. So, madam, get into the net. By the time you get into the net, calculate where you have difficulties. You can fall back to me, so that you have the foundation.
I think to add to what the international president said, it's that simple. right?
Yeah.
The same thing. Just go to your village, start gathering it. If you have a big heap of it, then if you cannot find someone to buy, that's what he's saying. You know, so it's not there's no rocket science to it. If you go to a village, this information that we are throwing away, and some women will just throw it in the fire and it will waste away. If you gather a big heap of it, 2 tons, 3 tons, you have a buyer for it. That's basically what he's saying. Hello? So it's not only her. If you want to be a merchant, go to the village, go to where. Let me tell you, when I was growing up, when we were in primary school, we used to go to the bush and pick isi that was falling from the isi cut, and then we pound it and we would sell it and make a little money to put in our pocket. Okay, you know, my ram. You know, even in school, international president at our time, and I quite young. To
get a mark.
To get a mark. Handwork. You know. So
the girls will be doing the needlework, but how many of them can do it now?
Some for this to be still there. If you have in quantity, it's not just a small. Nobody will come to your village unless it's up to a tipper that someone is coming to load it. And if you cannot do it alone in your village, do it in the 2, 3, 4 villages and get it, and then you can get someone to come. And then if you don't find someone, that's when you talk to international president. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been very, very good. And I think if you didn't learn something today, you learned from the fact that, let me tell you about MBOHO. We heard about our forefathers who formed IBIBIO Union. It wasn't people who were begging. And I think that's what they are trying to replicate here. So you have to have means, because it's not a place where you are coming to ask for help. It's a place that they bring people who can help others. MBOHO is picking people who don't have parents on the street, but they are intelligent. But who is going to make that money available? International president, I don't think you are going to government. You're going to your members.
It's the members.
So it's the membership that do this. And so if you are not qualified, don't go and spoil MBOHO. If you don't have a means of livelihood, don't go and lie and say you want to be a member. Because when the levy comes, there's no excuse. Hello? So those are the kind of members. Those are the kind of classy people that MBOHO is looking for. And we need more of those kind of people. And if you are a qualified person, you have a job, means of livelihood, and you're not in MBOHO, go to the internet, go to the headquarters. I mean, let me tell you, every time I drive past Udoma building, I'm proud of MBOHO. I believe Atiana is also building something like that in Ikorobene. I hope Eket will build something like that in Eket. I hope the run group is called
Osunlab.
Osunlab will build something like that. That's what our foreparents did. And they went into each of these communities and picked one person and sent to Obion Bakara.
6.
6 of them.
6. 2 from Eket, 2 from Eket,
and 2 from Uyo.
And if you look at those families today, that the people
they're the people leading the state.
Akpabio that led the state
is
a product of that scholarship. Obofitota, that was the governor of the state. The father was one of the 6. He went to Gretchen. That one, the father sponsored himself because he was very wealthy. The Uro Roma, the Essen, the Professor Ntiabong, the father was one of the 6. They went and learned different trades. Was the scholarship of our people then. Most of them were illiterate because they were looking beyond their time. They were focusing on the future. If you look at all these people, the family have succeeded, the children, that is the essence of that unit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a small break, and when we come up, we're going to round up with one final question or 2 final questions to the international president. But ladies and gentlemen, let me talk about this good man. It wasn't because he wanted to run for the chairman of the local government that he joined MPKARAWA, IBIBIO. So you join MPKARAWA, IBIBIO if you want to serve. I know today people want to join that organization, want to join MPKARAWA or TNANG or Fiaiwat if you want to leverage it to become a politician. But those organizations are there to help communities. And by God's grace, they are coming together and working together to support the government of this state to make the state the best it can be. So we're going to take a small break, and when we come back, we will have the final chance and conclude this discussion. But this has been great having the international president.
The secret of making that house you dream home is in Reagan Home and Kitchen. A giant in importation, wholesale and retail of all kinds of foreign products, appliances and decor for your home, including fashion accessories. We stock amazing kitchen utensils of world-class standard. Let's thrill you with our state-of-the-art dining pieces, cutleries and lots more. That's not all. At Reagan Home and Kitchen, we guarantee impeccable service delivery. You can now landscape and beautify your field and surroundings with synthetic grass of your choice from Reagan Home and Kitchen. Visit us today at Oron Road by Odotumobo Junction, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. You can call us on 0802-338-3343, 0909 074-4621. Our email reganistic@yahoo.com. Reagan Home and Kitchen. Quality beyond imagination.
Tell me, how do we take a quiet home to the next level? How do I build this nation?
Do you want to see beyond your vision? Do you want to hear what other people think about leadership? Do you need a reshaping of your mindset and mentorship? Then tune in to the Podium of Leadership, the POL with Victor Udo, showing on AKBC Channel 45 every Monday by 12:30 p.m. and on NTA Channel 12 Uyo every Thursday by 10 p.m. Tune to the POL on Atlantic FM every Tuesday by 6:30 p.m. on Planet FM every Wednesday by 3 p.m. and on Inspiration FM every Saturday by 12:30 p.m. You can be a guest on this program. You can also advertise your products, goods and services, or sponsor the program by calling our office line 0902 300 7299. That is 0902 300 7299. Visit our website on www.thepolwithvictorudo.com. Like our page on facebook.com/The Podium of Leadership, or follow us on our Twitter handle at The Pol with Victor. The Podium of Leadership do show. Join us.
Welcome back to the Podium of Leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great time. This is a leader of our people. This man, when he was the chairman of the local government, he probably didn't have the kind of reach, the kind of power he has today as the leader of MPKARAWA IBIBIO. But he's someone that has also been in the private sector, a former MD of Moje and Sons. And even then, there are some people that would have felt so big. I'm the international president of MPKARAWA, perhaps one of the biggest organizations in the whole state. But he agreed to serve His Excellency because he knows the power of tourism. He knows the reach. He knows what he's hearing from MPKARAWA people in the US, in Europe, in Asia, in South Africa, everywhere, and the importance of tourism. And he agreed to serve as a senior special assistant to this government. You know, you don't even have to have a title. You don't have to be appointed to serve this state, to serve this country, to do what is right. So this gentleman is a great example. He's a fellow of Chartered Institute of Leadership. What a leader he is. So we're going to take one question or two, and then he's going to round up this conversation. It has been great. Let's go with that gentleman there.
Thank you very much, sir. My question is to the chairman, Bogo. Sir,
International President.
International President, sorry, sir. Sir, in your capacity as the SSA to the governor on tourism, I have understood that we have a very rich diversity of fauna and flora. These are animals and plants respectively. And there has not been any established record on the level of our rich biodiversity, because so many people find it difficult to undergo these studies on the biodiversity in Akwa Ibom State. And this I have seen is because we don't have a conservation area in the state. Apart from the Ikoroso-Opan conservation area, we don't have areas that...
So we do have one at least.
One at least, but it is not enough. Apart from, we have things like the Cross River State National Park in Akampa, and we have a larger one in the urban hills. If we have something like that in Akwa Ibom State, sir, it will encourage our.
But do you think we have enough land to do agriculture and not a reserve?
Yes, we do. Because when we look at the areas that we have intercommunal clashes, this is because of excess land, and there are nothing that is happening to this land.
Are you sure it's not the reverse, that there's not enough land, that's why they're fighting for the small one?
No, it's not the reverse, because I can understand that the area we used to have intercommunal clash between Wa and Ikoromo, they use that place to plant melina. And now, this place, they are not fighting anymore, and nobody's planting there, and they are not complaining about anything. So it was not because of the scarcity of the land, but it was because of the excess land, and we need to conserve this land so that we can establish the biodiversity both in the plant and the animals that we have.
So what you are suggesting is perhaps some of the land that we are having in the Akwa Ibom that people are fighting,
yes,
such lands can be used
can be conserved. And I'm also suggesting, sir, what the government can do, because it's not a private thing that we establish a conservation area. What the government can do to get us a conservation area so that those interested in studying these things can still undergo their studies while they are still alive. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you. Will you ask the question and also answer the question? But let me thank God that at least we have one, because a journey of 1,000,000 miles begins with a step. From that one, I've heard you will have another one.
Okay. All right, the young man with the red cap.
International President, I'm so proud of you. I've been your underlying friend, but today we have seen you to be a solution to most of the challenge I may have in my company. Now, Mr. International President, if you follow this very well, you understand that there is so much money waiting for this state at where we have marina in Le Meridian Ibom that links the sea with other states. And there were some guests that have been looking for opportunity to use that very place, and it has been dilapidated. And I will understand that if states look at that place again, it will bring importation of most of the things we are even looking for in the state, and it will create a beach, and will also create more money for the state. Mr. International President, again, I want to understand whether there is any way you can assist my company in working with your own area of function to the state in creating content, because my firm create event and manage. And I want to tell you some of the events we have today can add to the function of your directorate or whatever to help the state function better in the tourism area. That is so much money waiting for the state, sir.
Thank you. We are on the drawing board on that Wangiba end. So until we are done, I would not want to tell you what will not happen, but I know there are some investors that are ready to put a floating high-rise hotel on that water.
Wow.
Very soon. As soon as the documentation is completed, what you are saying will also benefit you. Even from the bigger one that are doing, you can do the sub one within your reach. No problem. The time is not late. Give it up.
Okay. International President, it's been a pleasure. It's been great. I don't know if you have one last word you want to speak in general. We are on the radio, like I told you, almost every day in the week. We are on 3 radio stations, 2 TV stations. Speak to your people.
Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, young men and ladies, let us not be lazy. Let us rise up to the faith of our greatness. Let us know that we have more than enough potential in us. Let us try to explore what God has endowed in us and make a good living out of it. And if we do that with sincerity, the sky will be our limit. Thank you very much.
Wow, 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 wow. In other words, Akwa Ibom people, Idakaida, because the International President of MPKARAWA, Amara Kira Tongiswa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. God bless Akwa Ibom. God bless the International President of MBOHO. God bless MBOHO. God bless Akwa Ibom State.
We have been waiting for, so let's rise and reason together to build a new and better Akwa Ibom, and greater Nigeria and Africa at large. That's what it's all about.